Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. We are still playing an engineer on Insanity in Mass Effect 3. So here's my party. In a second you'll see an update on my build. This time around, well, what weapon did I use? I believe I dumped shotgun. I went with the Predator pistol with the scope along with the Chakram Launcher. I think I wanted to finally show you guys some more Chakram Launcher footage. Yes. Alright, so off we go. Do some quick modding. I still think the Chakram Launcher would be so very much better with the scope. I think it would be far more useful with the scope. So hopefully I'll eventually get that mod, but I still do not have it. I am not really doing a lot of side quests or anything. I'm generally doing the main missions of the game for the most part, so I might be missing some things that other people have already found. I don't know, but whatever. I am now finally picking up the turret. Some of my viewers seem to tell me that the turret is worth using, is worth trying out. I have tried it out. I did try it out in the demo. I didn't record and upload that footage, but I did try it out. And I wasn't impressed, but worth a try again. See how I like it. I do like it well enough, I'll just say up front. I do like it well enough. Perhaps when it's leveled up a bit more, I'll like it a lot more. My biggest thing, honestly, above anything else, is just why is it so dinky? Why is it not like an actual turret? Why is it just this little hovering, tiny, teeny little gun drone, you know? But whatever. If it's useful, it's useful. I won't complain, so. But we'll see more of that, of turret footage in a bit. It's killing some husks. I do desperately need a rebind. It really affected me later on this level. I'll just say that the next video will showcase by far the most difficult battle in the game thus far. And I mean, really difficult. Really, really hard. Hard. Freaking hard. And I was enraged about 90% of the time. So, yes. Probably one of the harder battles that I've done just ever. At least one of the most frustrating battles I've done in some time, at least in a PC game. But yes, I just found the Tempest SMG, so okay, I'll try it out. I also bought the Viper sniper rifle a while ago and totally forgot about it. We'll be noticing that. I notice right here in the video in a second that, oh, there's a new sniper rifle. Oh yeah, I bought a new sniper rifle, so I'll have to try that out and compare. It's a semi-automatic sniper rifle, if you remember from Mass Effect 2, so I'll have to see how it now compares to the Valiant, which is thus far my favorite semi-automatic sniper rifle. So I'm rebinding turret, getting it into an easily accessible position. But I'm now coming to the point that I have so many abilities, when you include party member abilities, and the fact that they don't use them intelligently enough when you just use whatever hotkey you have to tell them to attack, I need to rebind things and get those things in easy access, because the game is getting very difficult, and I need to be able to access things quickly. But here we are with some more Chakram footage. You'll notice that I'm firing it very slow. I'm trying to fire it much slower than I was before, trying to make the shots actually count. But unfortunately, at least by now, the damage isn't really impressive enough to do that. Even with headshots, you really do. I mean, you can see it takes about 5 to take a target down. So, and just slowly puttering away and getting them on target is not very effective at this point. But this is a totally unupgraded and pretty much unmodded Chakram Launcher, so I'm sure that plays a large part of the problem. But we'll see as time goes on. Still a fun weapon. Won't be using it too much longer because I find something. But here we have a harvester for the first time. And right here, it's nothing. It's just a huge obstacle, a huge prop in the background. It's not even attacking me. It's attacking other people, but we will be facing one later on, and dear God, what a freaking annoying enemy. Oh, duh. Yes. What, okay, so this is almost over. Moving on. Tossing a turret. For giggles.
Thank you. Don't stop for us.
And I leveled.
There's another pod ahead.
I think I bump up sentry so it reloads, rather it recharges faster. Yep. Still want to max out combat drone though, really want to get that rocket upgrade. I don't know why I took AoE Overload. I mean, how often do you really come across a group of shielded opponents? I mean, they usually, if they are shielded, they're gunners, and gunners generally spread out, so I don't know why I did that. Maybe it'll be useful at some point. We shall see. It is the first playthrough, so I do not know what lies ahead.
Being the son of Adrian Victus is a lot to live up
To be honest, guys, I'm really starting to feel a little gimpy. Especially in this next combat. In this next combat, I was so frustrated. I'm really starting to think it's more the class. The engineer seems to have been really, really heavily nerfed in this game compared to how it played in the last game. But again, I will withhold judgment, but I feel like I'm probably approaching at least a third of the way through the game by now. Been a good number of hours at this point. So yes, I just picked up the Phaeston. The Phaeston is better than the Avenger, the stock assault rifle, in every way. And that's essentially what it is. It's essentially an Avenger with pretty much no recoil whatsoever. It has, of all of the assault rifles I found in the game, and of any of the fully automatic weapons I found in the game, by far the least recoil. It has almost no recoil whatsoever. So it's an extremely accurate, long-range, fully automatic assault rifle. But being a fully automatic assault rifle, it does not do the best damage in the world, and as an engineer, you really suffer from not having an ammo. You don't have the fire ammo, you don't have the armor-piercing ammo. Now, I have Garrus, and I will eventually be speccing him into group ammo, and perhaps I should have done that a lot earlier. Maybe I'll respec eventually, assuming you can do that, and get the armor-piercing ammo, but I haven't been really using one particular set of party members thus far anyway. Other than James, I pretty much always use James just because I think he's badass. So, I'm really starting to feel the lack of punch in my shots because I have no ammo power. And right here, I'm not sure where to go. There's no map or anything. Eventually, I'll figure it out. Especially the incinerate ammo. The incinerary ammo. I really miss that. But, let's go, let's go, let's go. Again, no mini-map or arrows or anything. I think there's a map. But whatever. Yes, and drone doesn't seem to scale very well. It doesn't seem to really improve that much. Even taking points to improve its damage and shields are pointless because enemies still destroy it ridiculously fast. I haven't noticed any great increase in its survivability by taking shield bonuses, and I haven't noticed any great increase in its damage by taking damage bonuses. And like I thought, I did take the PBAOE shock thing, where it shoots out a little shock nova, and yeah, it's not really that terribly effective. I didn't think it would be. It does occasionally shock more than one person, I think, but yeah, I'm not really noticing any great improvements in the drone so far. Anything that's made me think, oh great, I'm so much more powerful, it's all just been very passive sort of stuff. Which I honestly anticipated, so I'm not super disappointed. I figured, and from what I experimented with in the demo, again, you know, these aren't things that were unexpected, so disappointing though. Thus far, I enjoyed my engineer in Mass Effect 2 way more than my engineer in Mass Effect 3. I am starting to think that the engineer very well might be, and I think I've said, just the weakest character in the game, at least right now. I could totally be wrong, and I could of course be doing it wrong, but just from my experience, I felt far more powerful in the previous game. I would say the weakest character in the last game, it was a toss-up between the Vanguard and the Adept. You could make a good case for each. I really didn't think the Vanguard was weak in the previous game, it just was very risky. And there were times he was the only class where you couldn't use his power at all. You couldn't use charge at all just because of terrain or whatever, so that was annoying. But the Adept was also pretty weak, though still powerful. Singularity was still good if you used it properly. Now, it's no contest because so many enemies don't have protections anymore. Biotics are way more effective than they used to be. Whereas, because of the same thing, tech is less effective than it used to be. And being the tech specialist, starting to feel more like Mass Effect 1 than Mass Effect 2 as an engineer. But then again, still way more powerful than Mass Effect 1 NG, who was one of the worst in the game.
Over here.
Only one who came close to as bad as the NG was the Sentinel. But anyway, let us move on and let's stop being such a downer Debbie, shall we? And negative Nancy. Okay. Should be approaching a pretty big combat in a second. Not the ultimate super bad evil combat, but
Shepard here. What's your
an interesting one nonetheless. No deaths thus far. but there will be plenty in the next video. There will actually only be one, because I died so many times on that final fight, many just in complete frustration or because of stupid, asinine crap that I'll get into later. I'm not going to show them all. It's pointless. And I have a feeling that just 2 attempts will take up the entire video. Though I can make videos longer than 15 minutes now, but still, it's...
When we find him, we'll ask.
You'll see. Learn from my failure in the next video. I'm still raging about that fight. I don't know if you could tell. I'm still aggravated. So I'm trying out the Tempest right now, seeing how effective it is at short range. It seems to be less effective than it was at short range than in the previous game. But then again, these are husks, and it was really great against shields in the previous game more so than the red bar. But when you did get to the red bar took so much less time to take down than it does in this game that it really didn't make a difference. So again, I'm not sure. I really don't like SMGs or machine pistols in this game, by and large. They're just too inaccurate. They have way too great of a kick, way too much recoil, and they don't do enough damage. They do damage way too slowly. I mean, look how long it's taking me, and I'm keeping on target fairly well. How long it's taking me to take out a single cannibal. Mass Effect 2 is all about bursting down enemies, or rather, Mass Effect 3 is all about bursting down enemies very rapidly. Otherwise, you tend to get overwhelmed, and without that, it's just, another example of weapons that are probably more effective on lesser difficulties, but I wouldn't know, because I never play on lesser difficulties. Marauders especially, what an asinine enemy to try to kill with just an SMG. And you'd think I would have learned from my Hurricane experience, but then again, I didn't know there would be Marauders here, and I'd never used the Tempest before, at least in this game. And the weapons do change from game to game, so I needed to try it out for my benefit and for yours to see and not to make my same mistakes. But again, that is the price you pay for playthrough number 1. The Predator pistol's pretty solid, though, when it's fully upgraded and scoped. Grenade just blew up behind me. That was fortunate. Nearly died. And man, do these guys just rip you to shreds when they focus you for any period of time. I mean, just 2 cannibals and a marauder. You see, I went from shields. I don't know if they were full or if they were at halfway, but I definitely had some. And then a near full health bar just to nothing so quickly. And you'll see this more in the next video. It's just such a hard planet, and I'm not done with it yet. There's 3 missions here. I finished 1 of them. Hopefully the next one will be easier. I mean, I don't mind challenge, it's just, it does get to be pretty soul-crushing after a while. And my soul is pretty thoroughly crushed. But it is all for great justice in the end. This is just a streaming fight, just lots of reinforcements slowly whittling them down. There is a harvester in the back, and then I did eventually realize, yes, the harvesters do spawn enemies. So you can't just stay back forever and pew-pew away. You do need to actually focus the harvester, apologies if I said harbinger, the harvester, and take him down, because he will just constantly spawn enemies until you do, and the fight will never end. So something to keep in mind. He also shoots rockets at you, and I am very fortunate right now. He is not targeting me, he is targeting my party members. When he targets you, it makes it incredibly difficult to get shots off. He fires rockets just like the Rachni, but he fires them way more rapidly, and he doesn't telegraph what he's about to do. There's no lasers or anything, he just fires at you. So way harder to predict, at least so far, because I don't have a lot of experience facing him. And, I mean, look, just how quickly, oh my goodness, you just get destroyed, and now he's actually attacking me. You'll see how hard it is just to get shots off. Oh wait, he ran away. Okay, well you won't. You'll see it next video. He ran away as soon as he started targeting me. But yes, again, I highly recommend you guys check out the next video. Of all the videos I have done, it'll probably be one of the most informative. The fight that it showcases is extremely difficult. It's really hard, and just knowing some of the things to watch out for and some of the strategies you can employ will just save a lot of time and a lot of frustration. It was an extremely frustrating fight. One of the more frustrating I've witnessed, but anyway, seriously, die. How did that heavy melee not kill him? Alright guys, this video is coming to a close. Thanks for watching. Sub, like, comment, whatever, you know the drill. Alright guys, have a good one.